Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another commentary for you guys. This game is a jungle Jarvan game, so I'm just going to press play. Now, we're in the game, jungle Jarvan. This is another commentary with Brokenshard, so thank you again for doing another one of these videos with me, Broken.
No problem, Mr. Foxdrop. We kind of just got out of a game with Kiori, so I'm all pumped up to do one.
You're in the zone, that's all that matters. So first off, tell me a little bit about your runes and masteries when you are playing Jarvan.
So, when I play Jarvan, I like to go a little bit of... I go Armour Pen marks and 80 Quints, and then 921-0. I think that some people who run attack speed, I don't like that because I like to go Spirit Stone and not Madrids. And also, you get enough attack speed from your E. I feel that running damage in both offensive summoners, offensive runes like that, make you deal a lot of damage in ganks, which is kind of like where Jarvan really excels at.
Why do you pick Armour Pen in your reds over just flat AD?
Jarvan scales really well with Armour Pen because you reduce the armor with your Q, so your auto attacks deal quite a bit of damage.
So why don't you do more Armour Pen your Quints as well?
Because that's too much Armour Pen, and I feel you miss a lot of damage without the 80 Quints.
Fair enough. Would you recommend something like that as well for, like, I don't know, Vi, for example, her W shreds armor?
Yes, that's actually exactly what I run on Vi.
Okay, cool. And already with the game starting, I know you and JWoww are kind of like lovers a little bit, so is there any lane you're thinking about camping? There's no lane swap in this game either, so is that influencing what you're thinking?
Top lane.
Always top lane?
Like, if it's a 2v1 swap, I help the solo laner. If it's a normal Saintless situation, I camp Huyu. It's kind of how I roll.
Okay.
Like, I get Huyu ahead and then we start making plays, but if it's 2v1, Huyu manages on his own, because the jungler's always another lane, so... I'm going to be focusing a lot of my attention on JWoww, and you're going to see, from what I remember, this game was actually quite a long time ago, so I don't remember everything that happens, but from what I remember, we make a lot of pressure on top lane, and we push them back quite heavily.
So with those two descriptions you just said, both of those don't really involve your bot lane too much, so do you really ignore your bot lane on purpose, or is that just the way it goes in scrims, because there's really no opportunity for it, or...?
They kind of manage on their own, really, a lot of the times. Unless they seriously need help, that's when I kind of come in, but generally ganking bot lane is more difficult than you'd expect. I do sometimes with Nocturne, I do sometimes with the Nunu, like I just go to the bot lane and push it with them, but I'm playing Jarvan.
Is that a like a team strat of yours, sorry, or would you say that's more just a general thing in bot lanes in general?
It's kind of like our dynamic as a team. We kind of split the our bot lane does well without ganks, our top lane does great with ganks, and we have good synergy, so why fix what's broken?
Yeah, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Okay, cool. So what about your jungle route here? You've got your Smiteless, level 3 double buff, you're just going to go ahead.
I wanted to start at Wolves so I could get my bot lane as far ahead as possible. We didn't know it was going to be a swap because Kate John is actually a really shitty swap lane.
Why is
that? To be completely honest.
Why is that so bad?
They lack the sustain, they're kind of squishy, they're really vulnerable to high gap closer champions like Jarvan.
Fair enough.
But so I wanted to get my bot lane their golem experience and be able to just rush into lane and push it. But in the end, all roads lead to Rome, and I sit my ass back on top lane just before the creep wave hits the turret. If I had started red, I would have been at top lane way too soon, and I would have wasted a lot of time. But since I actually had to do the run all the way there, it got my bot lane ahead, and I'm right here just before the top lane is ready to be approached.
I've noticed you haven't got a point in your W yet, which is quite normal when people are playing Jarvan. Do you get a single point in your W when you play him? Or...
It depends on how I feel in the game. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I really like the amount of damage that comes out of your E and Q, and especially this. I'm going to just Q right through the E right through the wave. With a W, those creeps would not have gotten as low, and you do a lot more damage. The little slow is helpful. The little shield is not so much. Extra damage and extra R pen is huge. And so we see me and JWoww are kind of splitting the CS a little bit here. I get some, he gets some, but it's just all about pushing them back. And this is what I'm talking about. I just hit the wave, and this one of the few times you'll ever see an 80 support lane just get pushed back. It's right here, and I actually do not level my E here. And I look at that damage. That damage on Nono, I just brought him to half HP almost instantly.
Yeah.
Now, he's got no pots, so he's got to have to just deal with this right now.
You max your Q when you're playing Jarvan.
Of course.
Okay. Well, you say of course. It used to be popular to max your E. Why is that changed? Just the nerfs to your...
Oh yeah, we burned two of his summoners here. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that.
He lands the cocoon and we just burn it, and then no one gets affected by it. They used exhaust too, so it's like 3 summoners for 1, And that's like pressure right there. No has so low HP, no sustain from Janna, it's like all good. But bot lane, they're also getting slightly pressured.
What about, like I was saying, sorry, with the skill order, like, I'm sorry.
Oh, check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out. No dies here.
Never expected it. The Caitlyn Q. Jump
Yep,
over
yep,
Caitlyn
really,
Q.
really good. So we just kind of camp in the lane, out of their vision, because we push them back so hard. And I get first blood, even though I kind of wanted JWoww to get it. That Janna shield, however, just kept him at just enough HP. Like you saw, I stopped auto-attacking. Like, Jarvan with kills is good, but I really wanted Elise to get some kills so she could benefit on her own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's okay. First blood on Jarvan is really good. I back by boots. I don't buy anything else. I think I just buy like a ward and some pots, or I wait for a ruby crystal. Yeah, I do wait for a ruby crystal because I'm moving to the golem item.
So yeah, the golem. Is there a reason you get golem over Spirit of the Elder Lizard and also like Masteries and stuff?
If I go for the Lizard Elder in scrims, I usually don't get enough farm to make that unviable option. I don't like to tax lanes as often in scrims. I let my solos do it.
That's fair enough.
In solo queue, it's a different story because I need it to carry, but I just need... The difference between Jarvan and solo queue and Jarvan and pre-mains is in solo queue you need to kill someone. In pre-mains you need to CC people. And to CC people you need to be tanky. And if you go Lizard Elder, you just become so squishy without any other items. If I go Golem item, I can just pretty much survive on just Golem item and Aegis for the entire game.
And what about now? I see you going top lane again onto Nono.
Yeah, we pressure Nono so hard, but I mess up a little bit there. But like, our bot lane doesn't need help, our mid lane doesn't need help. The only lane that realistically needs help is the 2v1.
Orianna looks like she's in a bit of a pickle here, though.
Yeah, Orianna gets caught out and dies here because she gets ganked. But it's not my fault.
What are your feelings on Nunu jungle in general after his recent buffs?
Broken as fuck.
You really think so?
He's completely and utterly broken. Like, he's the one champion that I think is more broken than Nautilus at the moment. Nautilus is fucking broken.
So why didn't you... Well, okay, never mind, that was dumb. I was going to say, why did you pick Nunu or Nautilus, but I didn't see the ban.
We were first pick, and we... Like, the thing about Agent is that he... I don't want to sound like an asshole, but he can only play 2 champions.
Right.
He can only play Nautilus and Jarvan. And so, ban Nautilus, take away Jarvan.
Seems fair.
And you'll see later in this game that even though he does play Nunu and he does get 1 kill now, you'll notice just how uncomfortable he is on this champion in a little bit. So I just pressure Nono a little bit, and I get low because I just want it to back anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna buy a pot or 2 and a ward and just get back to the jungling. I don't come back top, I believe.
Oh, I was going to say, once you got JWoww like his first blood, you've done quite a lot to help him at the moment, like right now. So has your plan of action changed? Or
I just don't feel like there's anywhere else for me that needs me to be. Like, I get experience in top lane, I get some farm, I benefit a lot more than clearing my jungle.
You're getting to your blue and your red buff quite slowly, and against a Nunu jungle, that's kind of risky. Would you say that was like a mistake on your part, or?
We have wards everywhere. We don't know if he's coming in.
Okay.
So if we didn't have wards, I'd be a bit scared. But I know exactly where it's coming, and like they know Nunu's back here, and like okay, Nunu, okay, run away, yay. He's just a freaking nuisance.
He is, yeah. He's such a pest. That's pretty like the word that sums him up.
I'm gonna hit 6 from this actually, from this blue camp, and I'm not sure if I go top lane for the level 6 play. I do go top lane for the level 6 play.
Caitlyn could be a bit.
And we mess up here. Shen had ult, and I didn't know that my bot lane made a call to back off. Like I heard that they were backing off, but like I didn't register with me. So I make a play on top lane, and we almost kill Caitlyn, but she gets the Shen ult, and it ends up with one of our teammates dying. However, we do pick up their bot turret in response.
Has this already happened for you, or are you just like predicting the future? Because
I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
Right.
So I don't want to have to explain my reasoning before it happens. Like as it happens, I'm just gonna explain my reasoning. I thought we were gonna be able to kill Caitlyn and pick her off before the Shen ult comes, and that doesn't necessarily happen. We actually get counter ganked quite hard, and it does not end well for us.
Would you say, well, is it worth it for what happens?
In retrospect, it opens up a huge play later in the game.
Oh.
Like I don't even combo in, I just run the fuck away. And Spontex ends up using his summoner there. And actually, looking back, I could have probably killed Nono. No, he has his barrier. Never mind.
Oh.
So I'm pretty much alone at this turret, and bot lane turret is going to go down. So we get pressure all over the bot side, and Shen is backing now.
That was quite sneaky by Kate, though. She ran in the bush as the Shen.
Yeah, and then the Shen ult came in. So it was just a mistake from our part. We made the mistake, and it happened. So shh. Whatever. Oh man, Agent just being an asshole right there. I'm just pressuring Nono right now, but there's not really much I can do in this situation.
You got Ori coming out to provide support, but Lux is also...
Oh yeah, we get a kill here. We get a kill here. Nono's gonna die now. Actually, a lot of them are gonna die. Like I was telling you, the thing from Orianna fails, but I'm gonna pick up Nono right now, just for free. And I'm actually gonna live too. I ward over to see where Lux is, and I just run away. We're gonna pick up Janna in a second. And we're also going to pick up Lux as well, so that's in the end a good trade. And all because like they didn't have the Shen ult to protect them in this fight. Imagine if Shen came here at that point. That would be disastrous for us. I actually pick up Vandernoob with a flag, GG. And I run away.
But
oh, I do die!
Oh,
man,
down.
I do die. Fuck. My mistake. That was greed. I could have just let the Janna die, but... YOLO.
Would you say as well... Considering if Shen was here, it would have been a lot better play. But because he used his ult before, is this a mistake from Eternity, from Shen, to use his ult before?
Short-term goals instead of long-term goals. Like I think that Caitlyn would not have died if Shen didn't ult.
Yeah.
Like if Shen didn't ult, Caitlyn would have still lived. But they were kind of greedy for a kill and to make a big play happen. And then look what happened. They least expected it. We just came in out of nowhere and we're like, hey guys, you're all dead.
It's kind of thing when you pick Shen, you have that presence to do those kind of counter ganks, and then when his ult isn't up and they try to go ballsy like they just did.
Like when you think about it, yeah, Nono's gonna die here actually.
I ain't even watching.
He's gonna die to JWoww one-on-one, I think. Yeah. Actually, he might get a double kill. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I was too busy getting red buff. My red buff.
This is not.
Oh yeah, he gets a double kill. He gets a double kill.
Damn.
And then he dies to Lux, like, later. He keeps running around in circles and then dies to Lux, but because of that, we get pressure over the Drake. I'm not sure if we do get Drake, and I'm just calling for the Drake now, because 2 are dead, and I'm like, okay, let's just
do it. Yeah, perfect time. It's risky. This is the only problem. If you don't have enough CC to stop Nunu, he'll just consume Smite combo and steal it, but there's more than
up
enough.
to it to do that, but we have Thresh, we have a Flay, we have a Orianna ult as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that's going to keep Nunu from taking. And we actually take the Drake fairly easily. I take it out. So in the end, like, we're really far ahead. I'm not sure if I try to make a play here on Agent. No, I don't. I don't do anything here. I just kind of walk around. They for some reason, they start grouping as 5. Okay, here's the thing. The problem with them at the moment is they start grouping as 5, and then... Oh god, I just remember what's going to happen right here. This is an absolute disastrous play that happens to us right here in bot lane. They pick up like 4 of us, and we don't pick up any of them, I think. It was absolutely horrid. I make a call to start coming, and Huyu kind of misunderstands it, and he runs back and forth. And I pretty much am forced to defend the turret, and I end up dying for it. Not sure if Huyu picks up anything. Like, he just tries to CC them back. He dies here. Orianna's gonna die here, and that was a really, really bad mistake from us. But we defend the turret, so that's 2 for nothing, 3 for nothing, and we don't get a turret anything out of it. So that was a pretty bad mistake from us. And some people on the channel were asking for games that aren't so one-sided. At the moment, this game kind of looks bad for us. We're behind. Actually, we're still ahead in gold, surprisingly, by about 100 gold. But like, we just let them get a huge advantage for us getting absolutely nothing out of it. So it's kind of looking south for us right now.
You were saying before that happened though that it was a bad idea for these guys to be grouping up as 5. So why is that?
I'm just going to let you see later.
Oh, okay.
Why it's
Well,
a bad
fair
thing.
enough. In
Okay,
theory,
so-
is it a bad idea as well, or are you just saying that because you know what happens? You know that it doesn't work out, therefore.
Why would you group up as 5 versus Jarvan Orianna?
I cannot answer that question, Broken. You raise a good point.
Like, there's no point. You won't win team fights against a good Jarvan and a good Orianna.
Surely doesn't make too much sense either if they pick Shen that they would group up, because unless
Yeah, Shen doesn't even split push that much this game. He just gets completely eradicated by JWoww. JWoww completely poops on him in a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, that's kind of the worst part about split pushing, when you can't 1v1 people.
That's why Shen is a little bit weak, and why you were talking about earlier on Kiori's stream that why Shen wasn't OP.
Yeah.
Because people can 1v1 Shen.
Mm-hmm.
Irelia, Elise, Jace all do such a good job. Phalanx does not die here. But they start grouping. And I kind of want to make a big play happen, so I'm calling Azrael to start moving. We just try to wave clear as much as possible here. But like they all just group up so nice, and I really want to go in, but alas, Ezreal is only running.
It's
And
not
here comes
to be.
JWoww. I call him Jaway just because it's funny. And I want to make a play here. Like I really want to make a play here, but nothing's gonna happen because I'm a pussy.
If you were playing this as a solo queue game, how much different do you reckon things would be? Because I know you don't have too much farm. 40 farm for 15 minutes isn't great for a jungler. And as you were saying, you need to carry harder yourself if you were playing solo queue.
Yeah, but the thing is about our team is that they have no sustain, and we don't have sustain either, but we have good CC and good catch. So every time we poke them, the damage is permanent. They're kind of forced to walk to the side. So they group up as 5, we deter their push, and they're gaining nothing out of it.
Fair enough. They have quite a few shields though. I mean, Caitlyn, they have 2 barriers. They have Lux, they have Janna, and they have Shen'el as well.
Yeah.
So
But our wave clear is also superb. Jarvan Q, Orianna, Dissonance, and like JWoww is going to go back to top and fight Spontex once again. And I think once or twice JWoww is actually going to pick up a 1v1 kill on him.
also a little thing as well I'd like to point out is when you're wave clearing on Jarvan, you have your EQ combo, but you don't want to EQ, you want to QE, because if you do EQ, you might be put out of position slightly. It will do the same amount of damage because there's 2 spells are still hitting the creeps, but that way if you're QE...
Generally, if I'm wave clearing in front of the turret, I just like to use my Q.
Yeah.
I want to save my E just for the situation where I can combo in, and my Q is like half the cooldown of my E. My E is an 11-second cooldown, my Q is a 5.4-second cooldown, so...
Yeah, your Q is a 5-second cooldown, your flag lasts for 8 seconds.
They try to poke a little bit, and they're starting to group again, like as 4 or 5, and not sure if Spontex is going to ever try to sneak away again. Like, I forgot the scrim completely, but like, what our job is to now is to deter their push and engage on them in a situation where they can't win. Pretty much destroy them before they can realistically do anything. So what's being called right now on TeamSpeak, I remember distinctly, is avoid the Q. Don't get hit by Lux Q. And as long as we don't do that, we'll not be in trouble. That's kind of their comp. It's to catch with Lux Q, poke down, and take towers. With Caitlyn's long range. Caitlyn, she got kind of shut down. She's 109 CS to Ezreal's 141. She's 2-3-2. She got 2 kills only from that bot fight that happened earlier, you know? So if that never happened, she would be completely out of the game.
Do you think, as well, for split push comps in general, I know the team you're playing right now isn't too split pushy, but in general, how do people deal with the split pushing? Is it just to group up and...
It's just raging at them. And I hear a really mistaken dive from Spontex, and I just get a perfect engage onto them. And we're only actually going to pick up 1 kill, I think. I'm not sure. Spontex is going to die. I pick up Spontex, and I'm not sure if we pick up any more. There's a bit of a chase going on. Yeah, we pick up... I'm not sure if we pick up Nono, actually. I don't know anymore. Yeah, this entire game is too freaking hectic. We kill 1, and then we force a lot of their summoners.
It's a crazy combo. Ori sticks a ball in your head, and you EQ in and ulti people, and boom. Then Ori ults as well. The combo is insane.
Yeah.
Ori Jarvan
Spontex did a bit of an aggressive jump, and then he got punished for it. His entire team was right behind him, so I'm like, okay, tanky Shen or squishy backline, and it's no contest. I got Janna ulted away right after the Orianna ult hit, so there was really no stopping it. Their entire backline got dropped from like full HP to 60%, 50% HP even before the game started.
I noticed as well your Ezreal was going for the blue build. What are your thoughts on blue build as in general? Strong? OP? What are your thoughts?
Decent until 5 items. Once 5 items, strong. Once 6 items, beast.
Beast. Okay.
It's a really good 6-item build. You do a lot of just flat damage. Spontex is poking his head out a little bit. We don't have our ults up right now, but we just kind of punish them a little bit for being out of position. So I just get my combo interrupted by the fucking Janna Q. And that's what's really annoying. But we're poking them quite well. Asian is already at low HP, and Nono gets picked off over the side of the wall by a JWoww, who's 4 and 2 right now. He's so fed. And that's going to be a free Drake for us. See, we've extended our gold lead from 100 gold to 400 gold, and to finally 1,300 gold. And now now this game starts turning around. Like, it's an 8-7 kill game. It's a lot less like messy than the game versus AT. But I thought that it would be as educational. It shows like how, as a team, like if you play your comp correctly, you can come back from even bad situations, like what just happened in bot lane.
Yeah, and I think something I would kind of like observation I made, the difference between the way you've played and the way Agent has played, Nunu has played, is it seems as though you spent a lot more time on a lane than Nunu did. Nunu was kind of trying to be Nunu and like run around the jungle and just...
Yeah, he can counter jungle my small camps. I'm getting experience, and my top laner is not getting crushed.
You can tell the
JWoww, like,
difference between your Ez and their Caitlyn as to how that worked out.
yeah, I pressured the Caitlyn much harder than the Nunu pressured the Ezreal there.
Do you think that was kind of like a mistake on his part, or was that part of their plan? You know, because Nunu, I mean, yeah.
I feel like Nunu is not good in the 2v2 with the top laner. I think he's better off going into the 2v1 lane and helping the AD carry and support push.
Okay.
Because like it's double support in AD. So if you have something like Janna, Nunu, or something like, imagine just the amount of pro. Like now JWoww has his Leander, so he's doing so much damage to Spontex. Spontex can't hope to beat him anymore. And we actually, I try to make a play up here. Like I see Nunu coming, and I'm like, why am I so scared? He's just a Nunu. We go for the turret now.
Would there ever be a situation where you would think it would be a good idea for you to go in the 3v1 lane? For you to go with your AD and support and just push, push, push?
Personally, I feel that me and JWoww just have way too good synergy at the moment that we should not do the 2v2. I mean, if I do play Nunu and they're against something like a Shen, or not a Shen, like maybe a Rumble, I would just walk up to turret and be like, okay, Rumble doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
So Motroko is going up against the Caitlyn. Caitlyn got like a few lucky crits, so he's in low HP, and I just tell him, care for the Shen ult, we're not pressuring him, so... Motroko knows what he's doing. He's just farming a little bit against the Caitlyn, poking him whenever possible with his cube, Blue Ezreal, you know?
Yeah, as you do. What are your kind of goals as well, your thoughts right now? At this stage in the game, you've kind of got a bit of a firm hold on the game, but you're not...
We know we're controlling the game better than they are. We have a better team fight comp. We just have better late game champions. Like, we can let this game extend, and the only one thing we're worried about is Caitlyn Nunu in the late game and not being able to get to her. So we just can't let Caitlyn get fed, and she's not even fed this game.
So what's kind of like your plan of action then? What's going through your head right now? You just playing it slow?
Force objectives. Get strong enough to force Nash. Like, we have Iceboard Gauntlet on Ezreal now. So just force objectives until we're strong enough to force Nash, and then do that.
Would it be a good time as well for Oracles to be coming out from... Oh, never mind. Thresh is running around with an Oracles. Ignore
he always buys Oracles. Phelox always buys Oracles. He's really good with those.
Is that... Would you say that's, like, good or bad?
Really good. Really, really good.
Awesome. It can... I see, like, his items aren't really suffering compared to Janna, considering if he has been buying Oracles.
He's getting out CS'd kind of hard. Janna has 12 CS, his 8 CS. So that's a bit of an issue.
True. That's like 50% more. Oh, he just got another one. Never mind. It's cut.
Oh my god. It's still like 33% more, like...
And these CS wars. He's got another... But he's picking up his game, but he's still got a long ways to go to catch up.
Yep, definitely. Oh, actually, he's gonna pick up another CS. Phelox, can he do it? He's okay. It's 11 to 13. It's getting really close now, guys. Like, he's doing his best to come back.
This is why you said you didn't want a game that was completely one-sided, and this is it. We've got 11 to 13. How you don't literally? This is almost as close as you can get. What more do you guys want? What more could you ask
So, like,
for?
I tell everyone, if you got money, shop and buy. And that's kind of what we're doing. I buy my Aegis now. He's going to pick up... Sorry. He's going to pick up a Blasting Wand. JWoww's going to pick up a Blasting Wand. Huyu has Death Cap really, like, now. So he's going to pick that up. It's a huge damage spike. And, like, we're pretty much identical items to everyone. I still have more items than Nunu, though. But he hasn't died once. I've died twice, so...
How comes this Elise doesn't have so much CS? It seems as though she... probably would have been in a better opportunity to get a bit more. Like, she's only got like 110.
We're feeding so much of it to Orion and Ezreal. Like, compare our our carries to their carries. Like, we're out farming them so hard. The gap isn't even that big between Elise and Shen. Like, if we take a look at total gold, Shen is like still behind Elise by 900 gold, and Elise doesn't need a lot of items to really fight Shen. She's already got the percentage damage from her abilities, and then top that off with the Leanders. They start grouping again, and like, I look where I'm standing. They have no vision of where I am. I'm standing right behind the tree. If they moved past the middle point, I would have just jumped right on their back line.
Yeah, that's such a good blind spot. It's the same if for Lux as well, or just anyone really. You're catching people off. You stand in these blind spots, like over these.
They know that they can't really force anything. We know that we can, so we just kind of just YOLO about right this game, because we can't necessarily go up against them on a turret because they have so good wave clear with Lux. And Lux Caitlyn, so we just have to stay back and make them come forward. They get really impatient. They don't wait for late game to really do their thing.
Would you say it's kind of hard to pressure objectives though with this Shen? I mean, he's being a bit of a Shen right now, where he just sits in the lane and split pushes. Yeah,
so we sent JWoww to go deal with him, and like JWoww was going to really bully him now out of the lane.
Yeah.
And like force his presence right there.
And this is the difference. If Elise wasn't doing very well and he couldn't 1v1 Shen, you'd be in a very sad spot.
So
very
like
sad
here,
spot.
this is what happens. They try to go in on me, and then they will actually go on the dragon, and we pretty much crush them like 4v5, 5-ish v5. So that's a pretty big deal. Like they start the Drake, I'm sitting in the back going, oh, like they're doing Drake, guys. Like we should totally do something. I call JWoww to come in. They try to catch one out. Lux uses her spells, and I'm like, okay, that's time to go in. We miss up, and then here's really big play. Great box from Phelox makes the Shen ult completely wasted. Dive in on their back line. Orianna ult picks up so many people. I go for No-No, and like I zone him just on my own. He jumps over the wall, and I flash just so I can keep the ball on me, and we're gonna pick up No-No up just for free right here.
In teamfights in general, does it depend how it's going out, or do you have in mind, I'm going to go sit on No-No, or, you know, I'm going to protect Machoco?
Their backline was completely eradicated by that Janna, the Orianna ult,
Yeah.
and Janna ult actually pushed me towards No-No, so at the end of the fight, like No-No eat out of the Jarvan ult, he uses net, and then I was pushed right next to him, so like instead of running away and taking free hits from him, I just started hitting him.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, he's better off just hitting me than hitting my teammate. I have a Ninja Tabby, so I take much less damage from him.
Is that like an
Just
ideal
sit on him.
situation for you then, or?
It was like best case scenario
Yeah.
for me. Like I had my cooldowns, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to be any good auto attacking just anybody. Let my team clean them up, and you know, easy game, easy life.
Easy game, easy life. You got your Ninja Tabby as well, so.
Pick up the Drake, and we're just going to kite them back and just get out of here without any issues. So now it's a pretty much a 6k gold lead. We're so far ahead. Orianna picked up a quadra kill, if you didn't notice.
Yeah, so if you were playing, if you were Eternity right now, how differently would you be playing in order to get back into this game? What would you think they should be doing differently?
Honestly, I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't pick this comp first off. I feel that their comp is really weak, and we just out-comp them so hard.
Okay, fair enough. Any reasons why you think theirs is particularly weak?
Yeah, because they rely too much on their AD carry and he didn't get ahead.
Okay.
He got so far behind early game. And, like, they group too much and they force too many objectives. They should just sit back, wave clear, and farm. Like, they're pressuring when they shouldn't, and they can't pressure.
Exactly.
That's, like, the biggest mistake. JWoww goes for an Abyssal Scepter, so, like, No-No has 61 MR. JWoww has 38 magic penetration, plus another 20 from the Abyssal. That is one, he's doing pretty much true damage to No-No at this point.
Considering as well that benefits Orianna, the Abyssal Scepter. And
Yeah,
considering
because
how
at least
strong
it's
she is.
going to be in the middle.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
So Orianna managed to pick up a Void Staff, and this is the first time in the game where Orianna has an item advantage over the Lux. And he has a very big item advantage.
Yeah.
That Void Staff is huge.
That's something as well which people don't necessarily think about, is the magic damage coming out from other people. Like, Thresh is doing a lot of magic damage, but specifically Ezreal with his W.
My flag
Your
is
flag.
going to hit so hard.
240 magic damage.
So JWoww is like initiating the split push, and they start chasing after him. And so that's pretty much two top, and I think he kills Shanna and gets away with it too, so... I'm not sure. Like, we're watching JWoww, and
Yeah.
take a look what happens here in the mid lane. Like, look at this. I take a nice chunk out of the Lux, and he ends up flashing, and JWoww picks up one kill. He's gonna lantern away just now. And that's 1 for 1, and now Lux doesn't have her flash for the next team fight.
So you're looking to do... This would be a great time to do something like Baron. You've got your oracles, you've got the man up. Well,
JWoww is
question.
extremely low.
Yeah, so with...
I have 75 seconds on my ult.
Okay.
Ezreal ult is also down, though that's going to come up very quickly. So we kind of just split our ways. We know that by the next fight, their summoners are still going to be down. So we kind of just want to relax for a bit and, you know, bide our time a little bit. JWoww has 1,000 gold, so I want him to back and pick up some items. He's going to go for like a Giant's Belt now, I think. No, he's going to go for a Seeker's Arm Guard. For some reason.
Do you think that was the best purchase, or...
No, he could have gone for anything. He wants Hourglass, he can go Hourglass, he can go Rylai's. Doesn't really matter. I think in retrospect, that Seeker's Arm Guard is going to be good for an Hourglass because we're our dive-heavy comp, not a really kite comp, so...
Do you think if you're so far ahead, like this Elise... Well, this is a general question, not really specific to the game, but if you are ahead, is it better to buy loads of damage, or is it better to just get tanky so no one can deal with you? Say, for example, you're playing, like, I don't know, like a Renekton or something, you can kind of go either way. What do you reckon is better?
Generally, It's easy to kill a squishy target no matter how many items you have. It's hard to kill a tanky item because they'll just kill you with base damage. Yeah, sure, they're not gonna two-shot you, but you'll never kill them. It's like a brick wall that hits you. He like smacks you in the face with a frying pan. Like imagine a brick wall with like this little doohickey that he connects to it that automatically hits a frying pan every 2 seconds. That's what like a Warmog's Sunfire Renekton is. And I jump onto the Lux and I get a beautiful knock-up. And we don't actually pick her up. And so that's really, really awkward, but we end up picking Spawntex in the process because he ulted right on top of him. And we're just going to be like, yo guys, thanks for that. We're going to do Nash right now.
And also, Elise rinses things like Baron because of all that percentage health damage.
Yeah, we don't have a Ruined King yet from Matroko, but he's still going to do a left single target damage. He even eased over the wall like an idiot for some reason, so we're going to kind of wait for the Lantern to come out, Phalux, anytime. There we go. Lantern back, there we go. And we pick up this Nash with ease, and then JWoww tries to make a sneaky play onto the... Janet, here's something you should know. I make a call. Stop Nash.
Yeah.
Lux Laser goes out, pick it up with Smite.
That's
No actually does go down to JWoww there. He picks him up solo. That's really how strong the Elise is right now when we are like, okay, they're still 2 dead. Like Shen is about to spawn, and I think, yeah, they surrender here.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's something as well.
Pushing.
I'm just gonna quickly, before this game ends, something which people don't really understand is when you're securing when you're securing Baron or Dragon, people think that your smite is like the kill button, and when really there are things which do more damage to Baron than your smite, like a Gragas QR. Yeah, some combos just out damage your smite, and if they land it perfectly, you're not going to be able to out damage that. And people don't really respect that. So it was a good call to just stop the Baron. Stop them.
An AP Cho'Gaths and Feast, Q Feast, which outsmite anyone.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and people just kind of they think it's all on the jungler to secure stuff, and really, I think more of the responsibility should be put on the team to help the jungler secure it than people give credit for. But that's just my little rant, I guess. I'm not bitter or anything. That's never happened to me before. No, just random. But anyway, this game's over. It's a shame we didn't get to see the surrender, so we don't get to see the Nexus blow up or anything, but that was cool. So thank you again, Brokenshard, for doing another video with me. As always, you want to give your little shout-outs to your sponsors and your teams?
My spiel?
Yeah, do your spiel.
Yeah, let me spiel it out for
Brokenshard.
you. Going to spiel it out on the floor for you. Shout out to my sponsors on TCM. CM Storm, Cooler Master, BenQ, CCL, thanks to that, all that good stuff. Of course, to the CEO of TCM, Jim, for bringing the team in. To my team, the actual players on TCM. I had to say TCM over and over again. Shout out to my homies, to my haters, to my lovers, to Kaori for being so cute. Love you, Kaori. And that's pretty much it.
Okay,
you can follow me on Facebook, on Twitter. That's going to be in the description link below, right?
Most definitely, yes. Yeah, you'll catch your stream, your Facebook, anything else, all the important links if you guys want to check out TCM or you want to check out
my sex tape as well.
Well, we can't talk about. I don't want this video to be flagged, Brokenshard, but I suppose we can give a little teaser. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can do some googling if you guys fancy that. But thanks for doing this video.
Oh, I did a lot of googling, if you know what I mean.
Please, no, not now. We almost got through the whole video without getting into this conversation, Broken. Please, let me end it. Please.
Foxdrop, why do you deny it? It was a beautiful evening.
Well, and on that bombshell, thank you again, Broken, and thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in the next video. You fucking...